Hello fellas, welcome back to the Electrician's Channel. Tonight I'm going to share with you guys some of the accessories that I use for my multimeters, slash clamp meters, or test instruments that I may be using. This is most of them that I have that I can fit under this camera, but these are some of the main ones that I use on a daily basis while I'm in the field testing, working. And what you see at the table is some of the best instruments, accessories for my test instruments on the market. Well, let's get right into it. Right here is my jumper cables. I very seldom use these, but I do use them from time to time. These are not your average jumper cables like the little cheap ones that you normally see. They're with the little small alligator clip. This is not the ones. These are really thick, flexible, really good alligator clips, jumpers. And they're on both sides like that. Really good. And I don't know the name of them, but I bought these all online. Anyway, but I have a couple of sets of these, and these are some really good jumpers right here. And you know, you never know when you're going to need them, but you should always have them instead of trying to, you know, put wire here, jump. You know, you could use jumper cables instead. Look more professional. And just put them on the side as I go. Okay, these, when I'm working on circuit boards or maybe working on a contactor or wires or small wires, and I just can't, the alligator clips just don't fit right on it for. So I call these like sort of like grippers, hooks, and these are made by Fluke. These are made. Let me get a piece of wire and show you what it'll be like, for example. I'm gonna use this transformer that I have. If let's just say a wire this small right here, this is probably like a 18, 16 gauge, or something on a circuit board that I was testing, a capacitor or something on a circuit board. Well, this would grip it. You put it inside the wire like that, and you don't have to worry about, you know, with your test lead on it, and the hole. And these are made by Fluke. These two right here. Okay, and these alligator clips right here, they're made by Fluke. I use these. I don't like the real small ones. They're good for nothing. At least not for me anyway. I use these are big enough to clamp around the mechanical lugs in a panel if need be. That's why I always choose the larger size ones. These are made by Fluke. These are made by Greenlee. I don't like, you know, they're nice and large, but for some reason, the way they made to me, I always think they'll slip off. Like the mechanical lug is square, and you put it in there, it won't have a perfect grip. Whereas this, the way this teeth is made, it'll fit right on that mechanical lug inside of a panel, and it'll hold. But I mean, these are still good ones, but I prefer using these when I'm clamping on inside of a panel on something by Fluke. And these are by Greenlee. These are the clips I just showed you. These two. These are the fused probes by Fluke. And I think all electricians should invest in these. A lot of people worried about if the meter itself is fused. And they should, and they should, but I worry about myself too. They worry about the meter being protected, and that's a good thing. I worry about me being protected also. So this is the same size fuse that's inside of the Multimeter Flukes, and so you can't go wrong with these. Also, both of them have it. Can't go wrong with that. And they got the extra protection. This comes off too, if need be, but I like using it with a minimal amount of exposure to the metal part when you're testing to prevent arc flash. These extensions are for keeping your hands out of the panel. What I do with these, if need be, it'll fit on there with your lead, or it'll fit on here. And all of these that I'm putting on here is Fluke accessories. And in fact, this is a standard size where it'll even fit, you know, if you had to put it on here. And this is green lead, it'll still fit. But these are called Fluke extenders. And they're, I think, just worth every dollar. These right here, or these are by Fluke, and they're insulation piercing leads. They have a point on it. All the time, if you're dealing with DC, like let's say you working on a electric car, something like that, where these will pierce the insulation in a negative and a positive battery cable or whatever, and just stick it through the, you know, into the hole. It's sharp enough to do things like that. That's why it's called piercing probes. These two right here is by Fluke as well, and these are Alligator Clips, and these are nice too. These are the same as these insulation piercing probes, but these work kind of differently. These, what you would do like this if need be, you would take this wire here, and this has a little, the top of it, a needle. You put it in there, put your probe into the back of it, and it'll give you a reading. It'll pierce the insulation, and it'll give you a reading. And these are Flukes too. This one and this one. These are no-name brands, and these do the same thing as these piercing probes right here, but they work a little different. You have to pull these downward like that, and it'll do the same thing. Do the same thing. And the hole in the back, you put them on your lead, your test leads, and it'll pierce the insulation, and they give you a reading. Now these are made by, put out by AEMC, and these are magnetic probes. Sometimes you're working in the panel, not your normal electrical panel, 200 amp electrical panel. You may be in an industrial setting where there's a terminal block, and you can't put your alligator clips on it. You can't hold this all day on and trying to get a reading. Well, what you would do, you would take this, you would put this on the back of, let's just say here. I'm sorry, put one on here. Put the other one on here. Put the other side into your meter, and this is magnetically in on the screw, and it'll hold. And these are some pretty strong screws, I tell you. Let me see if I have. Yeah, I have one right here. I can let it give you an idea. Pretty strong screws, and that's how that works. Now, these right here are receptacle probes. These are not like your normal probes, whereas they're round or anything, or even like these. They're not, they're not round or anything. Here, this is flat. I don't know if you could see it. They're kind of like, they're flat to push into the side of the receptacle. And these are dedicated probes made just for that purpose by Fluke. I guess you're saying this guy got nothing but Fluke stuff. Flukes. I mean, what can I say? What can I say? But anyway, also, and this is called SV225 straight voltage eliminator. What it does is if you have a multimeter, or let's just say this multimeter here, this is an AMC CA5205. This doesn't have low Z, but if I plug this in here and I was to try to take a reading, well, now I just, with this adapter, I just turned this gave this multimeter a feature that it didn't have, which would be low volt, searching for ghost voltage, which would be called, the real terminology is low Z. It just added a feature to this multimeter that it didn't have by putting this adapter by Fluke into this multimeter. And I put it on volts. I plug my leads in here and I take a reading. And there you go. So I always put this on there. I have a 376 Fluke clamp meter that doesn't have low Z, and I normally have that on the bottom of it when I'm taking tests. You never can be too careful. All right. Also, now this is made by Fluke. This is Fluke Tl 27s, and this is not your average size test leads. I don't know if you can see it or not, but these are not your average test leads. They're much thicker than the normal ones. I'm going to put it side by side. They're much thicker. And they are heavy duty. This is heavy duty. And they're put out by Fluke. And it's Fluke Tl 27s, heavy duty test leads. That's what they have it advertised as. TL 27 Fluke heavy duty test leads. They're gonna cost you a pretty penny, but I think it's worth it. Okay. Let me see what else I got for you guys. This. Okay, this is another accessory that I use a lot of the times too. Depends on what I'm working on. If I'm working on a contactor or what have you inside of an air conditioning unit, or what have you, I normally put this. It comes off. You know, I have several all-in-one leads, like they call it, but this is a Bnc cable, and this comes off like this. Well, what I do, this has a positive and negative side, which would be it'll go into here. I know I'm having my meters, and if I'm data logging or whatever, I'm trying to do some data logging with my meters. Well, I'll put that in like that. And all this is the negative and positive inside of there. And I'll unscrew the contactors, and I'll screw this in with the wire into contactors, and I'll sit and just take my readings. That's all. While I'm doing something else, I'll put it on min-max or whatever, or data logging, and I'll leave it there. So that's what that's for. Also, now, I can't say I ever used this. I bought this with my Fluke 87V, some people call it, and I never used it. I didn't see a reason to use it because I have a clamp meter. But it was good. It's good to have because you never know when you might need it. You might need it. But anyway, this is a Fluke. I think it's I400 AC clamp adapter, and it uses for multimeters. It'll turn your multimeter. If it has to have the milliamp feature. This doesn't, but anyway, you plug it in like that, and if it had the milliamp feature, you put it on milliamp feature and put it on a cable. Now this will only last like 10 minutes and 10 amps also. So you know, but it's good to have. It's you know, it's good to have. So also, let me see what else I to tell you guys that I think that was it for now. But anyway, fellas, I hope you guys, I guess I could just throw this in here too. This is a set of test leads that I have from Fluke. Also, some real high dollar test leads from Fluke. And this also goes with the protection on it. You can adjust how much you want or how much you want. And these are by Fluke. Real top of the line test leads. And I haven't used them a lot because, like I say, these I could just use these for one thing and they just, you know, probing. And if I had to use, I can't use these alligator clips on these. I have to use those small ones that I have to screw. This is threaded right here, and I have to use the small ones. So I don't use these like talking about, but I always keep them with me at all times because you never know. You know, you never know. I always keep more than one set of test leads and probes with me, just in case something go wrong, insulation break, or you get damaged or whatever. I don't want to get caught out there in the field not having enough, so I always keep enough with me. So with that being said, fellas, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found something interesting here, and if you like it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There'll be more videos coming in the future. I have a lot more things to show you guys. This is strictly an electrician's. I'm not going to say strictly an electrician channel. I am an electrician, but I'm sure I have something here that may interest HVAC technicians and electronic technicians and what have you. Keep in mind, we all are honorable skilled tradesmen, just doing different things. That's all. And I hope you guys like this channel. I thank you very much for watching, tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button. And again, I tell you, if you like it, you want to receive notifications from me, hit the subscribe button. But in the meantime, you guys continue to be safe. And until the next video, peace out.